put a scope in, and came out and showed my wife. You know, I'm not the same person that I was the day before on October 26th. I don't think you can be.
So Saturday morning, in a quiet, leafy neighborhood in Pittsburgh, a hateful man entered a synagogue and brutally and methodically murdered 11 worshipers.
The people who were very directly impacted by this, the people who lost their loved ones, the people who witnessed, have thought about a trial and justice process probably every day since the attack happened. And for the community at large, a lot of people haven't been thinking about this regularly, and so we are noticing the mood be a lot of what we call reactivation trauma. In terms of how people need to be prepared and how people might react, there's the difference between, for those who have been thinking about this every day, making sure we support them as that anticipation comes closer.
We built this monument to honor Rich and Mel and Dan. Finding a home was absolutely the first priority that we had after the shooting. The second was our members were traumatized, and one way of dealing with trauma is time, first of all. Time heals all wounds, but the more important issue was finding physical objects that we could use to memorialize those who died, that would call to all of our members every time they walk in here. Portion of the Torah that would have been read the morning of October 27th. Some items donated by the families. The chauffeur was used by Rich Gottfried on the high holidays to highlight.
For me, working on advocating on gun legislation has been hugely helpful in helping me get through the aftermath. And really, my advocacy isn't just about making myself feel better because I'm doing something. It is about trying to move the needle so that this doesn't happen to somebody else. But yeah, a huge part of healing.
But I do believe God wanted me to be here as a response. And I don't say that out of a place of haughtiness or arrogance, but of divine mission, of responsibility. And it's to speak out. But it's primarily to help my congregation and community heal. To me, that's really the biggest one. But beyond it is to speak out, to be a voice to say, no, this isn't okay. It's not acceptable. It never was, and it can never be.
We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So yes, in a sense that once a decision is made, it will close a chapter. But like any chapter in a book, it's not the last chapter.
the book is just open-ended for, till the end of time, for those families and for the congregation.
And for us.